All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome to Don's Modeling Desk. Looks like no one's in the comments yet. Nobody watching yet, but ain't nobody to talk to. Um, I got this today from Howard. I don't know if I should wait till Howard's on to open it or what. Um, three people watching. But I'll go ahead and open this before I start working on the Infernal War Machine and see what we got here. Howard, if you're listening, thank you. You didn't have to do this, man. Let's see what we got here. Happy late birthday. You've been dashed from Howard DeForest. Thank you, Howard. I don't even have room to open this box on my desk. Let me move this over here and get the bag out. Yeah, I have a small desk. It's in the little Amazon gift baggie. I don't know, Buck. I'm trying to figure it out now. Let's get the baggie open and we'll see what's in it. It's in the box. If I can get the bag open. Jesus Christ. Wow, this bag is super closed. What the heck? Oh, I see. It's this little string that's tied in a knot that's holding it closed. Now, why would they tie that in a knot? What happened to my comments? Now, can we open the bag? No. What is holding this bag closed? The bag won't open. There we go. Now the bag opened. Oh, nice. Kill Team Starter Set. That is so cool. Has it got the terrain too? Oh, it does. 7 Space Marines and 7 Plague Marines and some terrain. Nice. That is cool, Howard. That is so cool. I knew the box was heavy. I didn't realize it had all this in it. That's cool. Skirmish combat in the 41st millennium. That is so cool. Let's see here. Tape, tape, tape. It's in a tray. Oh, I see. Yeah. This must be the terrain in here. Yeah, this is the terrain. It just folds out. Two-sided. You got that side, and then you got that. That's cool. That's cool. And then it's got little stand-up terrain pieces. That is so cool. Thank you, Howard. Thank you so much. Start over. Oh, you missed it, Howard? I'm sorry. Warhammer Kill Team. That is so cool, Howard. Thank you. Let's hit the comments here since we got some now. Buck wanting to know what's in the box. Eric's here. Howard's here. Thank you, Howard. That is cool, Howard. That is cool. Ken Ken gave me some Space Marines, and then Howard gives me a kill team. I've got plenty of Warhammer to paint now. That should be fun. But anyway, thanks everybody for coming by. Let's get the War Machine out here, and we'll get some painting done. This is the part I painted right at the end of the stream last time. I love those AK metal paints. That is so cool. But let me get my puppy pad out. I stole that idea from Jody, by the way. He was using puppy pads to paint on, and I was like, hey, I have some of those. That's a great idea. And there we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is get a base coat on some stuff. I don't know how I'm supposed to hold this to paint it. This thing is huge. I guess very carefully, right? There's really no way to hold it by anything. And this part too, I can hold this part by this. That ain't no big deal. And there's supposed to be another one of these on the other side. It broke off. I'll have to glue it back on. That ain't no big deal though. But let's get those base coated, and then we'll work on base coating some of the other parts. Let me get my paint out. So what's everyone doing tonight? Is anybody working on anything while they're watching? What's cool, Buck? The kill team or the War Machine? Back to the Mojave Wasteland. You going back to playing Fallout, Buck? Come on. You know you want to watch. Oh, the 3D print. Yeah, that all put together, that thing is wicked looking. That is one awesome part about the 3D printer. You can, if you can find a file for it, you can print it. And there's files for almost everything out there now. This was I got this on Thingiverse. I can't remember the guy's handle on Thingiverse, but he does all kind of D&D stuff, and he's got several uh, complete campaigns that he went through and did all the like unique minis for those campaigns. He does some pretty cool stuff. What's going on, Gordon? Daggone it, that one broke loose again. I'll have to re-glue that back after I get it painted. The bad thing is this printed as all one big piece, so it's really kind of hard to get in there to get it painted. There's so much little hoses and stuff back in there that you can't get in there to get paint on everything. And my airbrush is out of paint. Yeah, Howard, you can use them for painting. I used them in my spray booth. Just keep crap off the bottom of the spray booth. And then I saw one of Jody's videos, and he was painting on his desk and had a puppy pad laying there on his desk to keep the paint off the desk. And I'm like, well, shit, why didn't I ever think of that? But Jody is really good at thinking outside the box on stuff like that. So I'm not surprised he's the one that thought of it. And I'm not too proud to say I borrowed that idea from him. I need a producer like Jordan has, somebody to talk back and forth to while I'm streaming. Ken did it last time. Just trying to get a nice even base coat on everything so I can hit it with the metallics. And if I set it down once I get it painted and it messes up the bottom a little bit, it's not that big of a deal because once it gets put together, you're never going to see the bottom of it. And I don't know why the screen flickers when my compressor cuts off. It just does that. Might be because I have the camera and the compressor both running off the same power strip. It just amazes me still how good these 3D prints come out. It's just wild. Carefully set that aside. A little more on there. Well, I'm going to paint again. You bouncing back and forth between your two accounts there, Howard? Oh, did your tractor get hit? I didn't know your tractor got hit, Howard. Yeah, you're back on the Howard account. Can't decide which one you want to use, huh? That looks better. Side. There we go. Now, let's see how they go about this one. I guess we'll get the inside parts first. I'm running out of things to talk to myself about. Ah, that's the only thing I don't like about this airbrush. You don't have a cover over the paint cup. And the way I paint, sometimes it gets a little sloshy. You can cheat and double thumbs up. Well, thank you, Howard. There's one wheel done. Yeah, let's get this middle part. I know it's boring watching me spray paint, but I meant to get this done earlier. Yeah, I just never had a chance. I was going to go ahead and base coat it first, off stream. And have a little detail painting and stuff to do on the stream, but I never had time to do it. I'll paint again. It's kind of quiet in the comments. 8 people watching, and Howard's the only one talking. Gotta quit filling that cup so full. I know I'm kind of quiet. I don't know what else to say. Nobody's feeding me anything in the comments. So how was everybody's Monday? Mom's pretty much just, I'm making a hell of a mess over here. Uh, Mine was pretty much just typical Monday at Nissan. Howard is intently watching. Oh, I need to wipe off the front of my airbrush. It's spattering a little bit for some reason. Oh, I see. Where I was sloshing paint around, it ran down the front of the airbrush, got down in the nose cap. I really wish this thing had a cap on it, but Harder and Steamback didn't see that it needed a cap. I don't know why, but evidently they didn't think it did. They evidently never met a painter as messy as I am. If there's a way to make a mess, I can usually figure it out. Usually without even intending to figure it out. How come the like button is all squishy? Why is it so damp? I don't know. Sounds like a YouTube problem. Learned what from Nissan, Howard? Painting? I work in paint, but I don't actually do the painting. I work in the prep booth. We inspect the units after they get the e-coat put on them and make sure there's no e-coat runs or dirt in the e-coat or, you know, metal defects or anything like that before it goes on to the paint. Now let's figure out how to hold this piece while we paint it. I'll just put a clip on it. That's what I'll do. I'll take me this here clip. I'll just clip it right on there. Or not, because that's not going to hold. Can we clip it right there and hold it? That seems to work pretty good. We'll just have to deal with the little spot that the clip leaves. What's up, Jeff? Yes, I'm a pre-painter. Yeah. We make sure the unit's all nice and purty before it gets the paint on it. I could go over and work in top coat. I thought about putting in for it one time until I realized they work even more overtime than we're working. And we're working more than enough overtime. Top coat booth has to work usually about an hour longer than everybody else because they have to clean out all the spray guns and clean out the booths and all that after we all get done. And as it is, I'm working 9.5, 10 hours a day. That's plenty for me. Jeff, I don't think you've seen you comment before. Have you been on here before? My phone went off. That looks nice. You don't think you've been on here before? Well, hopefully you enjoy yourself, Jeff, and you'll come back next week. Have you been on any of the HTM streams? Because we do streams over on the HTM channel uh, on Friday night and Sunday afternoons. And right now we have a group doing wood builds on Wednesday night, and then at some point after Wonderfest, we're going to go back to the old group build, and we're going to start working on the Polar Lights 1350 Grissom on Wednesday night. So if you want to come by and check out some of those streams, you're more than welcome. Hopefully, hopefully my stream won't be boring enough to run you off. Todd, what's going on, Todd? I'm just trying to get some base coating done here. This should be interesting to paint. Oh, so you've already been to a bunch of HTM streams. That's good. I wouldn't want my boring streams to be your introduction to the group. I sometimes can't come up with things to say during the stream when I'm by myself. That was kind of cool, black. I probably won't leave it black. I'll paint it a dark metallic, but Actually looks kind of cool, gloss black. Oh, you're watching your favorite mentor on YouTube? Who would that be? I hope it's not me because surely you can find something more interesting than me, right? Let's see here. Let's paint the tailpipes. Oh, no, we might wait off on those. I just emptied all the black out of the brush. Let me get that cleaned out. Yes, that is a shiny, spiky ball. And then we'll get some metallic paint on here and see what it looks like. Give me just a few seconds to clean out this airbrush. A little bit of lacquer thinner. Lacquer makes the room go blacker, right? Too bad Jordan ain't here. That's his saying. I'm borrowing it from him, though. Lacquer makes the room go blacker. It does make the room more interesting, that's for sure. There's a lot of channels called Jeff J. Yeah, if you got a channel, Jeff, let us know. We'll all check it out and sub to it and get you a few more people. That's one thing I love about this group. We've got so many different people doing different things that there's always something interesting going on. Like there's been a lot of guys doing Legos lately. I've never been really big into Legos, but it's fun to watch. Jordan's been building the Razor Crest that Todd sent him, the big ginormous Razor Crest from Lego. That thing is so freaking cool. And then Buck and Don and Alec and Dom, they're all always working on wood models and stuff, which is really interesting to watch. I've never built an actual wood kit. I built a few built a book nook that Todd sent me. That's really fun to work on. But I've never built an actual wooden kit, like a ship or something like that. Buck and Don are always trying to get me to do a wood kit. I don't know, I might someday, but not right now. Yeah, me too, Jody. I like finding new builders to watch. Jody, Jody does some amazing stuff. He's big into modding kits and scratch building stuff. He's got some stupid amazing talent for that. He's working on he calls it the Hornet Reliant refit, I think is what he calls it. He's using the Polar Lights Reliant kit, and yeah, he's modded the hell out of it. There's very little Reliant left and a whole lot of refit there, but it looks freaking amazing. Yeah, it's a good point, Jody. If you join us on Discord, Jeff, and you can show us some pictures of what you're building. Art of HM Victory Admiralty version. Oh, so you're a wood model builder too. We have a few of those here doing some freaking crazy work. Let's see here. What color do we want to do this in? Burnt metal, jet exhaust. Nah, I think I want to go for duraluminum or titanium. Let's go with the duraluminum. Yeah, let's go with the duraluminum for this part. Yeah, I didn't think to put a link to the Discord in my description. I'll put one in there here in a little bit. But over on the HTM streams, there's a link to the Discord on all of the videos. So you can jump over there, get the link to Discord, and jump in. We'd be happy to have you there. It's always cool to have more people's stuff to look at, you know? This is going to be interesting to hold on to while I paint it. I'll have to go in and hand paint these pipes and stuff later. Put a little variance in the color going on there. Chronos 2. What Chronos 2, Howard? Oh, the one that Jody did the pictures of. Dude, that was cool. I saw that. That was so cool. Yeah, that Chronos 2 was wicked cool looking, Jody. If that's what you're going to end up calling it, I don't know. But it's wicked cool looking. Whatever you end up calling it, it's freaking cool. A lot of the stuff that Jody draws is freaking cool looking. He has actual talent. Jody has serious actual artistic ability. Not just in his kit bashing, which is awesome. But he has some serious ability to just sit down and draw stuff that's just insane. I've seen several different ships and stuff that he's drawn that are just insane. Alcoas? Oh, you're already on Discord. Cool. That's cool, Jeff. Yeah, I was just laying the base coat of gloss black. I'm using the AK Extreme Metals duraluminum as the base coat, and then I'll go in and hand paint some other colors in there. To post a picture, you click on the little plus over to the left of the box you type in, and then it'll give you the options to post pictures and gifs and all kind of stuff like that. Oh, it looks like you figured it out. Now, how am I supposed to get this turned over? Very carefully, eh? There we go. That looks pretty good. We'll just set that right up here. And we'll work on this one. Oh, you trying to figure out somebody that can do 3D modeling, Jody? Yeah, I wish I could find somebody that could do 3D modeling too. That would be awesome to find somebody that could do 3D modeling and then be able to 3D print it. That would be cool. Oh, you posted a picture? I'll check it out in just a minute, Jeff. Todd's being unusually quiet in the comments. I guess he just popped in to say hi and then left. He might be hanging out with Rebecca tonight. Admiral be hoarding all the wine. What do you mean, Jody? Oh, just pick. Here, let me check that out real quick. Need to fill up my airbrush anyway. Is it in the lumber yard? Oh, dude. Oh, that is so cool. That looks like the same ship that Dom is working on. Oh, editing pics. Have you seen the one Dominic's working on, Jeff? It looks like the same ship. You guys are both doing an awesome job on it. That looks really good, Jeff. I'm glad I put the top back on that before I knocked it over. Oh, and there I go. Splattering paint everywhere, including on my keyboard. It's the only thing I don't like about this airbrush. I get busy painting and then I forget there's no cap on it, and then paint's everywhere. Oh, I love doing the lighting. The wood part. The wood part is what scares me. I enjoy the lighting. It's like, did you see any of the Bandai PG Falcon group build that we did, Jeff? At the end of it, all of the Falcons turned out really freaking awesome. But if you take away the lighting, uh, I think most of the other Falcons were painted better than mine, especially Jordan's. Jordan's turned out freaking awesome. You saw the PG Falcon group build. All of those Falcons turned out awesome. But I think the painting on some of the other ones was better than mine. Mine just lit up more. Yeah. Get this airbrush cleaned out, and then we'll do some detail painting. I might want to get this black cleaned off my hands too. Well, after Wonderfest, we're going to start a group build on the Grissom. That's going to be fun. That's more in my wheelhouse. More building and painting and less weathering. Weathering is not something I'm really good at. I learned a lot about weathering doing that build though. I built Abrams tank a while back that Ken sent me, and I learned a lot about weathering doing that. But I learned even more on the Falcon, just trying to recreate the different effects that were on the Falcon. It was a lot of fun to do. I enjoyed it. I think most of the guys were pretty much sick of the Falcon by the time they got done, but I was having a blast. Just learning new crap. I always like learning new stuff, and I learned a lot of new stuff uh, working on that Falcon. Even lighting wise, which is what I really enjoy doing. I learned how to program the addressable LEDs thanks to watching Andrew using the addressable LEDs on his 650 Enterprise D. I didn't learn because he doesn't program his LEDs. He has somebody that does it for him. But it inspired me to poke around on YouTube and at least learn the basics of how to program those LEDs. And I learned enough that I got a decent looking little engine flicker on the Falcon using those addressable LEDs. I was really happy with how it turned out. But at least now I know at least a little bit of the basics of using those. So I'm probably going to use them in some other stuff because they're a lot of fun to work with. A lot of fun to work with. You can just do so much with them. First time I've seen Jeff in the comments, and he's talking more than everybody else is. Use a piece of tape or pressing seal, poke a hole in it. What are you talking about, Jody? Oh, you're talking about for the cap. Oh, I didn't even think about using pressing seal. Dude, that is an awesome idea. I'll have to remember that. I have a bunch of pressing seal. I bought it. Jody was using it for masking on the Falcon, but wasn't working as good for me as it did for him for some reason. I mean, it worked, but yeah, for a cap. Yeah, that's an awesome idea, Jody. I probably would. Well, no, there's no probably. I would have never thought of that. That is an awesome idea. I will definitely do that next time. Because as you can see right here, the spillage. Yeah. I don't know why Harder and Steamback thinks it's a good idea to have an airbrush with no cap. But let me get my wet palette out here and we'll do some detail painting on here. Well, I should probably put the cap back on this lacquer thinner first, though, before it gets spilled everywhere. That wouldn't be good. Yeah, there we go. Lacquer thinner spilled everywhere would be bad. But let me get some water in here. Get my wet palette going again. I have to break out another bottle of water. A little more water in there. There we go. Now we're talking. Yeah, that's a good idea, Jody. I never would have thought of that. Just a little press and seal right on top of there, poke a hole in it for the air to get in. Bam. Well, let's see here. Let's get some silver. And we'll get some brass and some bronze. I thought about putting some splatter blood on it. It's definitely going to be weathered. It's definitely going to be weathered. I've been thinking about different ways to do splattered blood all over it. That is way too much. Way too much. Let's see here. 0. That's the one I want. Yeah, those tires would be cool with some blood splatter all over them. Oh, I just went to pull my cheater glasses down, and I haven't put them on yet. What's going on, Shark? I'm sorry, man. I still haven't got your name memorized yet. Well, am I on screen? We're gonna do some detail painting, so let's modify the view here a little bit. There we go. No. There we go. Ricardo. Bam. That's it. Thank you, Todd. What's up, Andrew? But yeah, let's get some detail painting done here. Now, there seems to be a dog hair stuck in my paint. Imagine that. Well, managing to stay on camera. Yeah, but I got my cheater glasses in the way, don't I? Let's see. Step back a little bit. This is where I usually forget to talk. This is when I'm doing detail painting. And my glasses are in the way again. Daggone it. I almost said, somebody let me know when the glasses get in the way, but you're in chat. I wouldn't hear it anyway. Huh, right? Right. I think I should have shook that up a little more. Oh, wait. Don't tell me, Andrew. I bet you're working on the Enterprise D, right? That looks a little better. Not as watery as it was. Still pretty freaking watery. Must be because I'm right at the bottom of the bottle. There isn't much left in that bottle. Are my cheater glasses still getting in the way? Oh, he's got the neck. Andrew's got the neck mask. He's about to paint it. Nice. That Enterprise is going to look freaking wicked when it's done. I can't wait to see that thing at Wonderfest. That's going to be awesome. Need some black. It's the only problem when you have a lot of paints. It takes a minute to find what you're looking for. And some red. And some green. Let's go with this one. A little bit of black. Photo of the neck mask just posted in Discord. Oh, that looks nice, Andrew. That looks real nice. I can't wait to see what that looks like when you get the paint down. That looks nice. Some green. It's a little more yellow green than I was looking for, but it'll work. Just I'll try to keep my glasses out of the way. Magnifiers, whatever you want to call them. Does make it a little more interesting to paint and stay back away from what I'm painting so y'all can see it. Am I still on camera? Yeah, I am. What pictures are you editing, Todd? The Apache that you were working on last night? There's some wood planks I need to paint in over there. Huh. DB5, then Lotus, then Apache. Oh, you worked on all of those last night? I saw the DB5. I saw when you were working on it. I didn't see the Lotus. I wish I had time to do the whole Sunday stream. I just too much other stuff going on Sundays. Sundays is when we usually have Madeline, my granddaughter. Got to take advantage of that time when you can. Because we only get her every other Sunday, so. It's fun to enjoy that while we can. Am I still on camera? I am. Some more black. Hopefully I'm managing to keep my magnifiers out of the way so you can see. I keep trying to look up to see if my magnifiers are in the way, but that's not going to help. Because, of course, when I look up, they're not in the way. Neck paint on. Now to clean the airbrush. Sweet. I want to see pictures of that when you get the masks off, Andrew. It just looks like an awesome kit. I mean, I know it has its flaws, being from a relatively new, almost garage kit company, but it looks freaking awesome. And I know Lou's gonna have his there at Wonderfest too, but I think yours is gonna look way better considering the amount of time that you spend on it versus the amount of time that he spent on his. Yeah, it's gonna look way better, I think. And I'm sure Lou's is gonna look good in person, but I think yours will look. I think Lou only went with like a 3-color Aztec pattern. Well, you're going with the full Aztec pattern. What are you going with? And that's exactly right, Andrew. Every kid has its flaws. What's important is what you do with them. That's exactly right. What are you doing, Andrew? The 4-color Aztec, I think. Still sorting out the new can. Have you figured out the focus problem yet? Figured out a way to keep it from being such soft focus? The masks do 4 colors, but if I find any extra on the studio model, I'll add that and just tape mask them off. That's cool, Andrew. Just a little brass. I need more water. Sorry for the noise. That's my paint mixer. These Vallejo metallics really need to be shook up. Andrew says, but Wayne at Motion Picture Miniatures knows that ship well, so I trust he did the masks right. Eric said, Andrew, you have to see Aztecing when you close your eyes. Yeah, yeah. He's been doing so much Aztecing, he probably does see it in his sleep. And yeah, I can see why that would be more when you do the E, because you're cutting all those little tiny strips of paint and doing all the masking literally by hand. You're making the masks. That's just insanity, but it looks freaking amazing. Okay, let's use this brush, the brass. Where's someone that talks a lot when you need them? This is going to take a couple coats of paint to get this brass to look right on top of this duralumin or duraluminum. I will say one thing: if you want a good chrome paint, go on Etsy and look up Duralumin Tough. That stuff is amazing. You get a good gloss base coat on there, and I mean, it literally looks like chrome. Just looks like it's chrome plated. It looks amazing. Tripped me out the first time I sprayed it. Oh, I totally understand that, Andrew. You've got plenty of Aztecing to do. Yeah, I totally get that. Need to go over that black again with the second coat. A little more out there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call it here in about 10-15 more minutes anyway, because 4 o'clock in the morning getting up for work comes awfully early. They need to do something about that, huh? That would be nice, but they don't care. And from what I've heard, the overtime isn't about to end anytime soon, so Could be fun for a while. Because from what I've heard, we're probably going to be on overtime till, I believe they said September or October. I mean, the money's good. I like the money, but it'd be nice to be home some, you know? Then I could start streaming at like 7 o'clock and have an extra whole hour. Change my clock so that I'm getting up at 9. Yeah, I could do that, Jody, but it's still not going to change the number of hours of sleep that I'm getting. Put it 5 hours ahead. Yeah, but then I'll be going to bed at like 2 o'clock in the morning and getting up at 9. Yeah, got a little wood in there that I need to work on too. See what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put brass on these little bolt heads too. We'll get those done, and then I'll put a second coat on that part down there on the interior. And then I think I'm going to call it a night there. I don't know if I'll have to put a second coat on these little bolt heads or not. We'll see when they dry. Thank you, Jody. I think a couple more streams of getting everything roughed in, base coated and detail painting where I need it. And then I can start putting it together and weathering it and all that. Like I said, weathering is not my strong point, but I'm gonna try it on this thing, and we'll see how it turns out. Now let's throw a second coat on this little part. Just to kind of bring up the brass color a little bit, because some of that duraluminum is still showing through. And I'm doing this mostly in metals because this is a Infernal War Machine. I don't know how many people are watching have ever played Dungeons and Dragons, but in the war between the devils and the demons, it's just like a constant war all the time. And this is one of the machines used to fight in that war. And I just don't think machines that are being constantly built and destroyed and built and destroyed, uh, I wouldn't think that they would be all painted up and everything. They just slap them together and throw them in the war because it's not going to be there long anyway. Really? What kind of upgrade did you get, Jody? You get a higher speed from your provider? Yeah, if it works good, you should definitely stream again because I love watching you work. Just the imagination that you put into your stuff is unreal. Faster download. Yeah, that's the most important part. What about your upload? Is your upload any faster? But guys, it's 9:30 now. I think I'm going to call it here. We got this all base coated. Let me zoom back out here. There we go. But we got that base coated. I like how that looks. It's still sticky to touch. It needs to dry. That's why I wasn't doing any detail painting on this tonight. It just needs to sit and dry. And we got the base coat on this. I'm really liking how that's turning out. And you get this light adjusted so it shines on the part better when I'm showing it. There, maybe that's a little better. But we got that base coated. Again, I love those AK Extreme metals. Uploads the same 10 point. That should be good enough though, just to upload your stream while you're streaming. Thanks, Todd. And then we got some detail paint going on in there. Oh, come on, camera. Focus. Why won't you focus? There we go. But we got the little levers all painted, the handles painted, that little bar around there. Got the little rivets painted. And tonight I just noticed there's a little piece of wood, looks like right there, that I'm gonna have to go in and paint later. And looks like the remnants of some wood right up here that I need to paint. But we're getting there. Thank you, Jody. See why you put down. Yeah, if you put down the gloss black and then you spray this metallic over it, see that shine? The metallic picks up the gloss of the gloss black. If you put down a gloss gray and then spray this on it, you'll get a lighter shade of this metallic. You know what I mean? Use the same color metallic, but you put it over a gloss gray, you'll get a lighter shade. I have all clad gloss gray too. But I'm liking how those are turning out. Thank you, Eric. But I think I'm gonna call it here. We got some base coating done, we got some detail painting done, and we'll move on to some more base coating and detail. I'll try to get most of the base coating done during the week. That way I could just work on the detail painting on the next stream. Would it work with a green underneath? I mean, if it was a gloss green, yeah. It would probably give it a green tint. You can put these metallics over a flat base. You know, like if I put this over a flat base, a flat black base, it would still come out the same color as this, but it wouldn't be as shiny. You know what I mean? because it really needs that gloss from the base coat to give it that shine. It would be more of a I don't know, dull metal look. You know what I mean? Where this is a really shiny metal look. If you put it over a flat black base, you would get more of a dull look. And those metallics, I think if you put it over a gloss green, you would probably get a green tint to it. Oh, okay. Trying to get a metallic green for my Miranda Hornet. Huh. Well, instead of using this duraluminum, because this duraluminum, see when it settles, it has a almost a brass color mixed in with the silver. When you shake it up, that mixes in to give you that odd brownish gray metallic. If you're wanting the Miranda Hornet to be a metallic green, I would base coat it with a green and then use, oh, where is it? Then I would use something like this titanium. It's more of a pure silver. Why is it not focusing right? That is so weird. There, titanium. But I would try that. And it's more of a pure silver without being just chrome. Blue, green fade. It might. I don't know. I've never tried that. I would assume the green would tint it green and the blue would tint it blue. So yeah, you should get a heated titanium look. You know, y'all are giving me stuff to think about and experiment with now. I'm gonna have to try that. Uh, I've got, where are they at? Got too much crap over here. Um, I've got some parts from the first time I printed that other big War Machine. I've got some failed parts that I printed like this. That Jody, what's going on? What's up, Mr. Jakoots? Um, I've got this. It was before I figured out how to hollow prints. I tried to print it solid and it warped horrendously. It would not fit together, but I kept it for a paint mule. So all this stuff y'all are talking about with the green underneath or the green blue fade, um, I might try that on this just to see how it turns out because that sounds really interesting. I did. Sorry, Jordan. Duh. I was talking to Jody and I called Jordan Jody. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I think it's time for me to go to bed, guys. But yeah, I think I'm going to try that. That's an awesome idea. Lay down like a blue to green fade. And you can also use um, matte colors and then put gloss over it, but it's a lot harder to get a really, really smooth gloss finish um, than it is using something like this, the Alclad Gloss Bay. Yeah, this bottle is a little bit of a wreck because when the postman delivered it, he dropped the box on the ground and then proceeded to run over the box. But it still mostly survived. It's still useful. So yeah. But this stuff right here just lays down such a perfectly smooth, perfectly glossy surface. to put those metallics over. If you could find a gloss green or a gloss blue that yeah, I've been fixing for 94 minutes. Yeah. Um, but yeah, if you could find a gloss green or a gloss blue that would go down that split, I'm gonna try that because y'all got me thinking now. Y'all got me thinking now. And trust me, when you get me thinking, that's dangerous. Let's see here. Catch up on the chat real quick. Is Donnie fixing? Yeah, I'm fixing too. You're a little late, Jordan. Jordy, see, Trek. Yeah, that's it. The forgery, exactly. Looks like Ian attacked that bottle with pliers. It does kind of look that way, don't it? But that's what happens when you run over a bottle of all-clad gloss black with a mail carrier Jeep. Yeah, yeah, that gloss black goes down perfectly smooth. If you've got a smooth surface to put it on, it lays down so perfectly smooth. Like on this right here, you can even see the slight print lines right there because it laid down so smooth over it. It accentuates everything. It does. It's some good stuff. Fixing and thinking. Uh-oh. Dangerous combo. Yes, it is. But I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank y'all for stopping by. I appreciate it. I'll see y'all next Monday night on Mini Monday. I think there's going to be a Woody Wednesday stream. I think Buck and Alec and Don are going to be streaming. Buck and Don, anyway, I know are going to be streaming. I think Alex is going to be joining in. And then, of course, we got the Friday night and the Sunday afternoon stream. So, but anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Y'all have a good one. Like and subscribe if you want, if you haven't already. Fun stream for what I saw. Yeah, you saw a few seconds of it, didn't you? But peace out, everyone. Have a good one, and we'll catch you next time. Later, everyone.